Hey guys, I'm Sonia and I'm the second mentor in this course. In the previous video, we discussed data types. Today, we're going to be discussing variables. A variable is basically a part of your computer's memory that is given a name. The variable stores the information that you give to it, and that way, whenever you want to refer to the information, you can just type the variable name, instead of typing all of the data over and over again. So variables are very important in order to code efficiently, or in other words, to avoid repetition when you're coding. Variables are really easy to make in Python. All you have to do is type the name of the variable, followed by an equal sign, followed by the value that you want to give the variable. For instance, here I've made a variable called student age and assigned to it the integer value 13. Giving a value to a variable is called initialization. We can say that student age has been initialized to 13, which basically means that the variable represents the number 13. Now, I can use the variable name instead of the actual number 13 every time I want to print the value. So I print this and run it. It's going to print 13 because, as I said, student age represents the value 13. Since 13 is an integer and there are no quotes around this, that makes the variable student age an integer type variable, and we can check that to make sure. So if I print using the type command the type of student age, it says that it's an integer. Remember to take care of the data type of the information that you're giving a variable. Make sure that you put quotes around a string. If you don't, then Python will get confused and your code won't work. For example, if I run this, it says that it gives me an error. It's invalid syntax because a string should have quotes around it. Now, if I do put quotes around it, I can refer to test if I want to print the string, and I'll print test. If I run that, it's going to print this is a string. Notice that there are no quotes around the variable name, even though this is a string. This is because the variable isn't actually a string, it's only representing one. So if I do put quotes around this and run that, Python will print the literal variable name. A cool thing about variables is that you can update their values. This means that you can give variables a new, different value. There are two ways of updating variables. One is to go back to the line where you initialize the value and to change its value there. For example, here I'll go back to where I declared an initialized student age and I'll change 13 to 14. If I run this, student age stores the value 14 instead of 13, so printing it will print the number 14. The other way to update a variable is to reassign it a value. To reassign a variable, just type the variable name, so I'll type student age, type an equal sign, and type the value that you want to update it to. Running that will make sure that 15 is now stored in the variable student age. So if I print student age now, it's going to print the value 15. Python makes reassigning variables really easy because variables aren't configured to a single data type. In simpler words, this means that you don't have to worry about data types when you're updating variables, because the variable will automatically change its data type based on what information you assign to it. Here you can see that if we check the type of student age using the type command, and run that, it's going to say it's an integer. But then if I decide to update the value of student age to 15, but this time it's a string, and then if I try to check the type again and run that, it's going to be a string. So Python has automatically changed the data type of the variable student age. Notice how all of the variables that I've declared in this video, they follow a particular format for their names. Python defines a few rules for naming variables that you have to follow. You can't have any spaces or special characters except for underscores in a variable name. A variable name can't start with a number, although they can contain numbers. If I try to name a variable in a way that breaks these rules, I'll have to deal with an error, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'll make a variable called myName, and notice how there's a space between the words my and name. If I try to run that, Python will give me a syntax error. And similarly, if I try to make a variable that starts with a number, notice how all the variables I've declared follow a particular format for their names. Python defines a few rules for naming variables that you have to follow. You can't have any spaces or special characters except for underscores in a variable name. A variable name can't start with a number, although they can contain numbers. If I try to name a variable in a way that breaks these rules, I will have to deal with an error, and I'll show you what I mean. So if I declare a variable called myName, notice how there's a space between the words my and name. If I try to run this cell, it's going to give me a syntax error. Similarly, if I try to declare a variable that starts with a number and run that, it's going to give me another syntax error. That being said, there is a certain convention that Python programmers follow when they're naming variables. Following the rules that I mentioned will prevent syntax errors, but that isn't always enough. Naming conventions are rules for naming variables that aren't needed by Python, but they are used by programmers everywhere. They make your code easy to read, and I highly recommend that you follow the naming conventions as well. According to the convention, the variable name contains only lowercase letters and numbers, and each word is separated by an underscore. I'll show you some examples. This variable has only lowercase letters, and each part of the variable, take and to, are separated by an underscore. Another example of a valid variable name that follows a convention would be this, which is an integer type variable. Notice how it's all lowercase again, and each part of the variable is separated by an underscore. One more example could be patient weight, and if you want to specify that it's weight in pounds, and that's, of course, a float type variable. Even though there are three parts to the variable name, they are still all separated by an underscore. The last thing that we're going to talk about today is the order of execution of code. Python will run your code in order from top to bottom. This means that if you refer to a variable name that you initialize later, it's going to cause an error, as Python won't be able to find the variable while it's executing the command. For instance, here I'm declaring the variable myAge and initializing it to 16. Now I decide that I want to print the value, and so I'll print my age, but I'm printing it before I've initialized the variable. If I run this, it's going to give me an error, and it's going to say that my age is not defined. That means that Python can't find the variable my age. This is because when the code runs, it first executes this line, and then moves on to the line where I'm initializing the variable. So when it's running this line, it hasn't come across the initialization of the variable. If I move this initialization of the variable to before the print command and then run it, it runs fine, because now when it's executing the code, it first stores the value of 16 in my age and then prints my age. That's it for today. I hope this video helped. Make sure you comment down below if you have any questions, and remember that your questions help everyone else. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to know when we post videos. Bye!